We have Rebecca Morgan from First Presbyterian Church in Farmington here to deliver our invocation tonight. If you would all please stand.
I thought I was in a room full of Presbyterians. Everybody's sitting in the back. So I have a blessing for you from a book by John O'Donohue. I've started my ministry career as a chaplain, and one of the older chaplains said to me, never pass up a chance to offer a blessing. So that's what I'm offering tonight. And since this is a new configuration of leaders, the blessing is for leaders and those who hold power. So, and for those of you, I'm sure you're leaders in your lives. So see if it speaks to you. May the gift of leadership awaken in you as a vocation. Keep you mindful of the providence that calls you to serve. As high over the mountain the eagle spreads its wings, may your perspective be larger than the view from the foothills. When the way is flat and dull in times of gray endurance, may your imagination continue to evoke horizons. When thirst burns in times of drought, may you be blessed to find the wells. May you have the wisdom to read time clearly and know when the seeds of change will flourish. In your heart may there be a sanctuary for the stillness where clarity is born. May your work be infused with passion and creativity and have the wisdom to balance compassion and challenge. May your soul find the graciousness to rise above the fester of small mediocrities. And may your power never become a shell wherein your heart would silently atrophy. May you welcome your own vulnerability as the ground where healing and truth join. May integrity of soul be your first ideal, the source that will guide and bless your work. And may you all be blessed this night. Amen.
Thank you. Okay. Would you mind reading the pledge?
Sure.
Okay.
So join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of New Mexico and see a symbol of perfect friendship among the United cultures.
Thank you, Ms. Morgan, and thank you, Commissioner Shipe.
You bet.
Okay. All right, Carla, would you please call the roll?
Mayor Albert.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Fry.
Here.
Commissioner Sight.
Here.
Commissioner Randall.
Here.
Commissioner Lewis is absent.
Okay. All right, folks, next is the agenda approval. If there are any items that need to be removed from the agenda from tonight's meeting, now is the time to do so. Are there any items that need to be pulled from tonight's agenda? No. Hearing none, I will entertain a motion for approval of tonight's agenda.
Mayor, I move to approve this evening's agenda as given.
I second it.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. Next up is citizen recognition. Mr. Mueller?
I don't have anything at this point other than the new mural downtown looks super, and I'm going to try and track down who painted that and give them some recognition on the side of the old Ramsey Realty building. Looks great. Nothing else.
Anybody? Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Let's move right on into employee recognition.
Mr. Mayor, I have a employee recognition. Should just go ahead and go down front.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Larry, will you join me down front, please? And sure. Commissioners? some cake too.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and ask, is there anybody else that had any employee recognition?
Just one more. I want to thank the electric department, police department for last night's service to the community. We had that power outage, keeping all the intersections clear and safe. So, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, and not to kind of belabor the point, but I texted with Ken a couple times, and boy, you don't realize how much you appreciate your air conditioner and your ceiling fans, and until you don't have it when it's 80 degrees outside. So yeah, thank you. They jumped right on it. Ken said they actually had to wait on the folks from Farmington because they were so quick to the scene to get repairs. So thanks again. We wouldn't know what to do without you guys. I'll tell you what. Thanks. Okay. Consent agenda is the next item up. So items placed on the consent agenda will be voted upon with one motion. If there are any items that do not meet the approval of a commissioner, that item may be pulled for further discussion under items from consent agenda. Hearing none, I will entertain a motion, please.
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve the consent agenda as given.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay. Let's see. Next up is citizens input. Make sure I'm in the right order. Okay, citizens input. 3 minutes maximum. Citizens who wish to speak will sign up prior to the meeting. This is for items not otherwise listed on the agenda. Thanks, sir. Okay. Mr. Colby King has signed up. Mr. King, if you wouldn't mind coming up to the podium.
Thank you. I'm an Aztec resident. Recently here to express my disappointment in our mayor. Following a banter on social media, which apparently we can't have varying opinions, he took it upon himself to come into my place of business and in the intent which he expressed to have me terminated, representing himself as the mayor of Aztec. I don't have a local boss, so he then got in contact with our regional director, to which, thank goodness, I'm allowed to have my First Amendment rights as well. But I think that behavior is very unbecoming of a mayor. I also feel that representing himself as the mayor for a stated outcome is unacceptable. I just wanted to make that known. Thank you.
Thank you. That's all we have for citizens input. Next up is business item A, which is final adoption of ordinance 2018-476, amending chapter 16, division 3, section 16-211, solid waste rates.
Mr. Mayor, pretty much the same as what the commission approved at the June 12th meeting. No comments or input from the public.
Okay. Is there any discussion?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
All right. I guess we'll entertain a motion then.
Mr. Mayor, move to approve the final adoption of ordinance 2018-476, amending chapter 16, division 3, section 16-211, solid waste rates.
Second.
That's a mouthful.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Carla, would you please call the roll?
Mayor Snover,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Fry,
Aye.
Commissioner Seitz,
Aye.
Commissioner Randall,
Aye.
motion passes 5-0.
4. Okay, next up is business item B, final adoption of ordinance 2018-477, creating of chapter 31 water conservation and drought plan.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. We had one comment in reference to some language that was in the draft plan, and it was section 31-9-1 on page 9 of the ordinance. There was a sentence in there that said persons or businesses growing or selling plants shall only use city-provided water. And that was just an oversight on staff's part. There was really no reason for that to be in there. So we amended the water conservation and drought plan and to reflect that change, and that's all it was.
Okay. So no other changes besides that from the
other
last time we
changes.
discussed? Okay.
No, sir.
All right, we'll open it up for discussion.
No.
Seeing none, I'm sorry.
No, sir.
Okay, sorry. I would entertain a motion for item B.
Mayor, I move to approve the final adoption of ordinance 2018-477, creating of Chapter 31, Water Conservation and Drought Plan as amended.
Second it.
We have a motion and a second. Carla, please call the roll.
Mayor Snover,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Fry,
Aye.
Commissioner Randall,
Aye.
Commissioner Seitz,
Aye.
motion passes 4-0.
Moving right along to item C in business items, final adoption of ordinance 2018-478, amending Chapter 16, Article 4, utility fees.
Mr. Mayor, no comments received in reference to anything in this one.
Okay. Any discussion?
Nope.
Hearing none, I would entertain a motion for item C, please.
I move to accept final adoption of ordinance 2018-478, amending Chapter 16, Article 4, utility fees.
Second.
Okay. I don't know who gets that one.
That's all right.
We have a motion and a second on item C. Carla, please call the roll.
Mayor Snover,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Fry,
Aye.
Commissioner Seitz,
Aye.
Commissioner Randall,
Aye.
motion passes 4-0.
And last on our agenda for business items is item D, final adoption of ordinance 2018-479, amendment to section 1-12 mandatory penalty and fees, disposition and use of fees.
Mr. Mayor, no comments received on this particular one either.
Okay. Any discussion from the commission? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion for item D.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
move to approve the final adoption of ordinance 2018-479, amendment to section 1-12, mandatory penalty and fees, disposition and use of fees, I guess, is that, do I have to say it twice?
Nope.
Second.
Okay. We have a motion and a second on item
I just
D.
now noticed there was two.
Are we good there?
Repeated there.
I think we got it. Carla, would you please call the roll?
Mayor Snover,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Fry,
Aye.
Commissioner Randall,
Aye.
Commissioner Seitz,
Aye.
motion passes 4-0.
Okay. All right, folks, we're on a roll here. Next is city manager, commissioners, and city attorney reports. Mr. Mueller.
Just a quick update on what we've got coming up this week. We've got the geotourism workshop coming up on the 12th, and I've got us RSVP'd for the mayor and Commissioner Fry, so we're good for 10 o'clock. Then next week is the tour of the Animas La Plata project in Durango. I know Commissioner Lewis is planning on attending, and I don't know.
I'm going to try to reschedule another
Okay.
meeting that I have, so I'm working on that.
Okay. So if you want to let me know as soon as you
Yes, sir.
firm that up, I will make the RSVP for you. And reservoir number 1 is full. All of our reservoirs are full at this point. Water tanks are full. Andrew and crew are doing a great job, so we're holding our own, and we hope the rain continues.
Yes, we do. Thank you
That's all
for the
I have,
rain.
All right, thank you. I guess we'll start with Commissioner Randall.
No report.
No report?
No fishing report?
Not yet.
There's no water in the river. Commissioner Sipe?
Several things I have. One thing that I would like to say, I'm very thankful for the rain, but also I got a call from Richard Riley, who is with the VFW here in Aztec, and he is asking commission for a letter of support. They're trying to get their bingo license back, and they have, I guess there's some red tape or whatever, but they got a donation to get that started again, but apparently it goes away on the August 9th.
You need a license to play bingo?
Yes.
Kind of like a gambling thing. I think.
Really?
Yes,
Oh,
they
it's some
do.
Sort, it's like a low level.
So
Yeah.
anyway, it's, I talked to Carla about it, and it's something that needs to be, it needs to be a commission vote or in order to send a letter from the city, because we can't do
Right.
anything on our own. So I do have the information of where to send it, but I guess we need to maybe get it on the next agenda.
Yeah, probably on
I'm going to
consent.
talk to him and see, but he said the donation reverts back if things aren't cleared up and stuff by August 9th. So
We
they're
should be
kind
able
of
to
on
get
a time
We
crunch.
should be able to get on the next one. Yeah.
So hopefully that'll get it down there in time and everything. So anyway, I'd like to put that on the next agenda if that's okay with everybody. So, so then it's going to be a busy month, I guess. On the 12th, I have the San Juan County Growth Management Team meeting as they're doing their vision plan for the next 10 years. And then on the 13th is meet the new Aztec Ruins Superintendent.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice. And then, of course, on the 17th, we have National Night Out. Hope to see everybody there. The 18th is the La Plata Animas tour, and I'm also supposed to have a Northwest New Mexico Seniors meeting that morning, so that's when I'm executive meeting, so that's what I'm trying to switch. And then on the 19th, I have EDAB. So it's going to be a busy month. Also, Carla, I would like to get signed up for the Municipal League Conference in Roswell, the end of August. And then I have talked to Stephen maybe about, there is one of the sessions that they're going to do this time, they're asking for communities to present projects that they've worked on. So I've talked to Stephen about maybe picking one of ours, and then they will pick which people come up, but it's a good opportunity for us to talk about our community and what we're doing up here. So I'm hoping that maybe we'll be selected based on one of our projects that we've got going. So I'll be working with Stephen trying to get that together, and I'm sure we'll come and ask for y'all's permission to carry that forward. But I thought it was a good opportunity to maybe get our name out there.
Shine a light. Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, sorry, taking a while. I just want to say, as we celebrated the 4th of July here this last week, and we are always thankful for our men and women in uniform and everything. But when I was at church the other day, on Sunday, we did a celebration for the 4th since it fell after, and they were singing all the patriotic songs and everything, and they read a prayer from George Washington way back when, and talking about how important God is in our country, and it's in our songs. It's God Bless America. It's on our money, and our leaders. I just wanted to say that our leaders, our forefathers, they had God in all of the belief in God in all of the things that they structured for our country, and our pastor the other day just he challenged us. He says, God bless America, but he said America bless God too, and that just kind of rang true with me. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, that we need to think about that. So, and on that note, I just had a grandson that just enlisted in the Army National Guard. So I have a nephew, a great nephew, and then now one of my grandsons. He will be attending boot camp in Fort Benning, Georgia, and he leaves on September the 18th. So he called me yesterday so pumped because he was officially enlisted. So it's exciting, and so we just need to keep all of them in our prayers, all of our men and women that are in uniform and that are fighting for our freedoms, and also remember all of our firefighters and police officers that are out there doing the job that they do. So thank you very much. Thanks.
Mayor Pro Tem?
I too will have a lot of meetings next time. The Library Board, Four Corners Economic Development, 3 different meetings associated with that, and San Juan Safe Communities Initiative. So it's going to be a busy couple of weeks coming up. That's it.
Okay. I'm last, right? Yeah, it's my turn. Okay. I covered down for Commissioner Seib. Was it last week? maybe the week after. Yeah, it was the
Week
Thursday
before.
after.
Yes.
Yeah,
For the
in
MPO.
Farmington at the MPO meeting.
Thank you for doing that.
Oh yeah, it was kind of cool. You know, I was glad that I went. You know, I got a little insight into a few extra things. Always trying to kind of learn a little bit more as we go. But one of the big things was the joint powers agreement that we're going to be talking about in future commission meetings, of kind of bringing Kirtland into the fold. And there was a presentation regarding mass transit in Farmington, and maybe some of they had somebody come in and kind of take a look at how they could do things a little bit better, be a little bit more efficient, and to try and get ridership up on like Red Apple Transit and maybe doing some rebranding and things like that. So that was kind of the bulk of the meeting, and also to discuss some of the input that's still available for the county's outdoor recreation plan and for their bike path plan, you know, places to put them and upgrade them or add them as we move forward to try and make, you know, give us multiple modes of transportation and make our cities and towns a little bit more pedestrian and bicycle friendly. So that was kind of the big, you know, topics that we covered there. Yesterday, I got to go to my first airport advisory board meeting, which was pretty interesting. Met all the fellas that were on, well, most of the folks that are on the advisory board, and we brought in a new member and kind of brought in an existing board member that kind of fell off the board because he missed a few meetings or something. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but bottom line is we're back up to full strength with the 7-member board, so that's a positive. And I know that we discussed, you know, meeting times and trying to be a little bit more flexible, and because those guys are flying and doing other things all the time. So it was very informative. I learned a lot, and yeah, I look forward to the next one. I want to congratulate your grandson.
Thank you.
Is he an Aztec City resident?
He didn't graduate from Aztec, but he grew up here till the last
Does he
2
live here?
years.
Yeah, that's all that
Well,
matters.
till the last 2 years. He's just graduated from Delaware. That's where I went in
Especially
June.
the National Guard. That's near and dear to my heart. I recruited for the Guard for 10+ years.
He was a part of the junior ROTC program here in Aztec when he was here, though. So
So it's been, when did he?
he's the last 2 years, his junior and senior
I think
year,
we
he
talked
went to
about this
school in
before.
Delaware.
You'll have to jog my memory on his name, see if I had him or not. But anyway, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's always cool, you know, especially the Guard, because I spent so much time doing that. But anyway, that's all I have. And I know, as you know, we have a lot of stuff coming up over the next couple of weeks, so hopefully we'll have a little bit more to put out to you. Mr. Thrower, is there anything you'd like to add, sir?
Just thank you, Aztec, for a great 13 years as your city attorney.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes,
There-
ma'am.
As far as the MPO, I believe that's going to be on our next agenda.
Right.
So
For
just
the
so
JPA.
that everybody,
Yeah.
right, for the joint powers, so that just so everybody
It's coming,
kind of knows
yeah.
that it's
'Cause
coming.
we have to have
They'll
it-
probably do a presentation, and then I think it's on our. I'm not sure if they'll do a presentation, but
Okay.
it'll be on our next agenda.
All right. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay. Next is department reports.
I just want to make sure you all show up to National Night Out. And there's going to be something kind of interesting. Most of you in here may not know him, but we're going to honor one of our retired police officers, Ronnie Garner. He was shot in the head in the line of duty. He survived being shot. He'll be there and be out there, so I hope you come up and say hello. He's really excited to be here with us this year. And so most of you wouldn't know that, but I want you to know that that's one of the reasons we're going to recognize him, and we're going to try to get him to come every year from now on so he can be a part of us. So.
That's awesome.
And then I have, talking about school shootings, just to keep you updated, I've got another meeting on Thursday in Santa Fe. The Chiefs Association will be talking about and moving and continuing, push everything forward. So nothing has stopped. We're going to continue on and try to get things going and work out. So thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Hello.
I'm surprised you're not-
Last night's outage actually gave me a thought this afternoon that I should actually inform you that I am meeting with the director of Farmington Utilities tomorrow and their lead engineer, and they are going to ask us to be out of power again last I heard through the grapevine is they were going to ask for an 8-hour outage for the town. I'll know more tomorrow of what their plans are, what they need to do. They've been talking to me for a few years about needing an outage to repair the lines that went out last night. And this may be what their plan is. I also know that just south of town, they put in a new substation for themselves, and we took an outage, I don't know, 6 months ago or so they could hook that up. And we were out for a few hours that evening. So I'll keep you guys informed. You guys are the citizenry. You look at things a little different than we do as staff. So if you've got any ideas about timing, daytime, nighttime, that kind of thing, please let me know.
Mayor, I have a question. I think the last time they did that, it was like 10 o'clock at night till 10 o'clock at night till 10 o'clock in the morning or something like that. But
and then we got it on. I can't remember.
But you got it on before.
Yeah.
Before then.
So
Did you have any?
Right before 6. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, well, let's come back on. Was that when it was supposed to come? Anyway, did you have any feedback from anybody about how that worked as far as timing? Because to me, that would be the perfect time to do it. But
I
didn't know.
personally don't
Especially this time of year,
remember
it's a little
anybody, being really upset or anything.
Right.
Now, Delane's office would be the one that took the calls.
Right. And they had plenty of notice, but I know that we did hear from some people that we got some complaints beforehand about, why. So I didn't know how it worked. I mean, if you got any after.
And this morning, we kind of kicked it around at staff, and I got the consensus that a Saturday into a Sunday would be a more opportune time than shutting down businesses during a weekday.
Okay.
And so I was going to take that into the meeting tomorrow.
Yeah.
And my thought is probably September or October for the weather-wise. There was some talk this morning to try to get it before school started, but I really doubt if they're that far along in the plan that we could say, hey, August,
Yeah.
something, we do this.
Okay.
And plus, we're going to want to get mailings out to our people.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot to coordinate. And then, the last time, Steve mentioned it tonight, we went out and got all the stop lights, signal lights going so that, at least we had that during that outage time. So there'll be some coordination that needs to go on.
Okay.
But I'll keep you up to date.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thanks, Ken. Any other department reports? Going once. All right. You making a move, Stephen?
Move to
I
adjourn.
thought you were moving up here. Okay. All right.
Oh.
Let's go ahead and
Okay.
move to adjourn.
Second.
6:30.
Oh, I can't second it. I made the motion.
Second it. We're adjourned.